Abusia, yawa yemo, yawa yem. Easter Monday, yeah, Nura, yeah, 21st April. And I pass Pope Francis. My namesake. Abusia, wakanchinegu.
Carissimi fratelli e sorelle, con profondo dolore devo annunciare la morte del nostro Santo Padre Francesco.
When it comes to most important figures in this world, Bawumia, Pope Francis Kahon. Italy, he is even more powerful than the Prime Minister of Italy. Because Italy, we know about Rome, Roman Empire, and that was there even before the Prime Ministership, whatever. So Pope in Italy is a big deal. In this obiti sana frima, Italy right now is in the state of Yesu.
Alle ore 7:35 di questa mattina, il Vescovo di Roma Francesco è tornato alla casa del Padre.
So if we were contemplating saying no cry, well, abusia no cry. Because no may say happen after say Pope or Siso or free moi, no may say happen no. Ninja guso happen as you say na ye dating na no mashe. Now on Easter Day, 20th April yano. That was the last time yehu Pope Francis. I know we share a month for New Year singing no. Happy Easter.
Cari fratelli e sorelle, buona Pasqua.
After any who is a vice president of the United States, I wish you Okoko Shia no kuno. Hey, Okoko Shia na after the last video of mostly whom ye. What I say?
Hello. So good to see you.
Good
morning. How are you?
Fine yourself. Happy
Easter. Yeah, thank you. Happy Easter to you, Father.
Okoko Shia no cry day.
I know you've not been feeling great, but it's good to see you in better health.
These are for your children.
Okay, thank you.
After the next day, be a friend of the Kamalengo, abusia Roman for Musum no. One of the most powerful people as a Pope or free moi, or no never man ye. Okoko perform their necessary rights to make sure say indeed Pope or free moi and as union film. And then after that, I can't remember for now for the official announcement say Pope or Sisu now no when you be
A vivere I valori del Vangelo con fedeltà, coraggio e amore universale.
Now, before I say better go about Pope, anyhow, what transforming the Catholic Church in the account. Let's talk about no may happen right now. Yeah, we're free no. Near the kind said the Camelengo or be confirm say indeed Pope Francis were free. The Camelengo right now, no, Cardinal Kevin Farrell, a position I created within the Roman, Roman sorry no. Or no, the human is on the kind of the administrator of the property and also on the show musica, so if I'm not mistaken.
Con profondo dolore devo annunciare la morte del nostro Santo Padre Francesco.
Now, how are the bearers Pope indeed the film say? Yes, you are the silver Bible Pope Francis Nitiso and Prensa, or one who friend in the baptismal name 3 times. Se Pope nan yeswa nan ye. Officially, no, wa confirm se Pope free.
Raccomandiamo l'anima del Papa Francesco all'infinito amore misericordioso di Dio uno e trino.
Na zonya confirm se Pope free man. The next thing I'm be ne se Pope ring e share no. Abusia so mu yi no mu destroy sa ring no. Sa ring no new Pope bi a dey besi so bia na money bi. Obi ade different. Obi ade na akwa say a seal type of thing. And he say with the picture of the first Pope, so first Pope, that is already not a fisherman. So, that's the reason why it's your friend the fisherman's ring, Now, see, he's a ring, if free Pope or free minister. Now, for the year, they call the College of the Cardinals. But be Roman, sorry, penny £4. Now, what no more say, no, in a way, say, obedient me, you should be him. Send a buyer, and the official sealer. Pope Francis is let be the abroad as a vitis and kind of a stamp basically. Dear destroyer no idea nanko Pope beti me and obint me for children conquer counterfeit with their ring and as the insignia whatever. And an say muno and a signify say Pope sisu and ring no. So Pope in a Juma baby.
Pope Francis was a pope of firsts. He was the first pope to come from Latin America, the first to choose the name St. Francis of Assisi, and he was the first pope to come from the Jesuit order.
The third thing about happened is about the Pope in the residence and giant red Bequaco Locano. And I think the office also in the Vatican. On Bequaco Locano Mienu. And no the Kamalengo no or no and a bell Dasi and Conquesa. Ono as we make sure say pope ne residence ne normal bia no ya lock no you know say na be ya bibia twam wi a family members ne na kan ho nyina on betima go through na wi etisa nti pope residence ne documents I bia watwere book bi kura na watwere everything bia e be sili ne ya lock no down. This is a new pope, you elect new pope. Now, for the dine, the red seal, lock in Ninano, now for the baby, send a bear, the new pontiff, no, a buzonos best at Juma. The fourth thing about so, ne say, on bear announces okay, right now, no pope free, no, the country of Vatican or the country of Italy, no, yeah, Vatican is also a country, or you know, so as a country within a country type of thing. Or more be declared days of mourning. Yeah, we are who Yesu right now. Yesu proper we free. And then I'm be declared 9 days of mourning. Your friend said November the Alice who said, Casan, I don't think c'est Italiano.
Buonasera Santo Padre.
Buonasera, come stai?
Sto bene, grazie a Dio. Mi scusa, è stato con la Santa Messa.
Ah, con la messa.
The next step, which is the fifth step, they say, Pope we free no. Ye bele ni body no send be a man for betima we pay o last respect. E with the St. Peter's Basilica. Body ni be for at least 3 days. The sixth step they say ye be pen krabia ye be na year type of thing. You know, you can a year nya Ghana de e kwa kosum bebre ni bi. But we ni de akwa ye say wa uni murofuse no museum no ma. And then after say Pope na free na ye declare ni say wo no. A year ni betimi happen from 4 to 6 days time. Which this Pope we there no. Or ma schedule day no. For Saturday year by which is 26 April 2025.
Quando comandano le donne, le cose vanno.
Say ye no obia betimi ababi all the cardinals of the Roman Catholic Church across the world and around the world obia no betimi attend bi. And then after that funeral mass no ehọ na fere yakwa kosie pope. Na baabia e besie pope no. Sometimes the pope na ankasa e na be kire say mi wu amomfa me konkosi ha. Which in 2022 this Pope Francis Abusia or say how na ne health AC deteriorative ana or do akasa ye wela so free man no mess happen baby AC no ne e ka ho nyina.
Prego per voi. Per favore, fatelo per me. Grazie.
The seventh step is ye see Pope we are na fe there officially no ye declare the papacy no which is right now no ye ni Pope. This ye ni Pope there na ne say sign to aba ye Pope foforo. And before I say a baby new pope, no, the Camerlengo, no, which in this case is Cardinal Kevin Farrell, I was here on the bear assuming the highest position of the Roman Catholic, and Uncle Pope Kurano, until say a basic new pope. Now, Fedi on Mumaba kind of the overall boss. Where I can must happen within like 15 days. And during that time now, your new pope, or your declares a seat is vacant, you know. Nipa no is no the Camerlengo no ntimi make any major decisions be about normal be yes sir, you are there to make sure say the next pope will come and then assume the position. The eighth step is almost Roman Catholic cardinals and penifo ni nyina so omra na vere mra meto aba na yenyi a new pope. And then your friend the calling of the conclave to elect a new pope.
Cardinal Farrell becomes the temporary leader of the Vatican, and he helps start the conclave.
See, I don't know, all the cardinals of the Catholic Church are expected to be there. And then below 80 years. Oh, below 80 years, I bet me to Abanibi. And then Mukoshia, nothing on Mukotuaba. I elect ni Pope above the next Pope. I think so much below 80 years because we're above 80 years for the Kahua. Sometimes I no more pum, you know. That is, I think, say, be a nuntia above 80 for one Kahuna. Now we are cardinal, and that's when to me, I'm mad the calling now. The actual conclave, which is the ninth step, you know, one Kahumbi. What do I say? And no, na yakwa say. Now, if they are local, all the cardinals in a room. Now, if they are makwa aba. Omotu aba na 2/3 of the cardinal, no nipom bechu soon, no. That person, na eventually will be the next pope. Now, say agreement, a man, as a man, rich and understanding. And then I be say, sa you know, black smoke no aba. The black smoke ne ba, and then it signifies an agreement of who the next pope is going to be. But so almost started the conclave, na say white smoke pie ba. Then the say, ye new pope, na fedi enche, whoever the pope our must select is going to be or will be.
There are more than 200 cardinals, but you're only eligible to vote if you're not over 80. Once the cardinals arrive, they're sealed inside with no contact with the outside world.
But before the conclave, nankasa, so mukwakotua be new pope no. all the cardinals ebeto abani bia no must swear to secrecy say ade ebekos within the kind of say ya law ko nyina inside no whatever will happen there no must stay there until mabote mameka I say boys here shia na mako Vegas na busia whatever happens there no must stay there sa conclave and sa battle no bekos wo the 16 chapel and on start here no cardinal and any poor can who be anywhere obenya access to newspapers to radio to television to the cell phone until say where we adwuma no agwakwa no say jury duty no would me read the newspaper would me access to phone nothing until they will be elected a new pope. And the crazy thing is say any male Catholic can be the next pope except Capito, of course, for two reasons. One, or you're super corrupt to say so bad the Roman Catholic sorry numa possible Roman sorry no intiminya 9 kren so. And second, he's not a Catholic, so definitely not count. And then the final step in this whole process and they say announce say a new pope, and the new pope no is assumacy.
They will eat, sleep and vote within closed-off areas in a process that can take days. The new pope can technically be any baptized male Catholic, but is usually a cardinal.
But before some baba bontia babe announce no, even though said during the conclave you vote to a more bino, you vote too many pana. Na se nipa ne the benya majority of the votes na. E se nipa ne jitum say pope adwuma no obeye ansana. Omakwa declare no makwa announce no publicly. Sa announcement no you see the dean of colleges of the cardinals no on ne beba me make it that announcement no. Wo mo kasem no mo friend habimus papam. Enye Italiano cause I don't know what that is. I think it's a Roman Greek you say Latin. I have no idea what that is, but they are the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica hono. Ho and on be announced say yenya new pope. And new pope no is yours truly, Francis Opon right here. What I say. And then the new pope no ne betu su name I am fan friend. Because we can Pope Francis Owuye no. Na on ne Francis. Na the actual name ye Jorge Mario Bergoglio. And then after see electing as a pope no. And about the name no Pope Francis to hustle. So you know, Francis for no. Yes, you have a chance in be. He's the first pope and the name Francis. Now right now I go through say pope winning no maybe happen afterwards no. Is let's talk a little bit about Pope Francis. Pope Francis time obo na the Roman Catholic Church no. Na kwakoya die bi oho. It was scandal upon scandal upon scandal. Some of the scandals are crazy to the point say even Hollywood did a movie called Spotlight on one of them.
When a priest pays attention to you, you feel special. How do you say no to God?
That movie I think won even Best Picture, if I'm not mistaken.
If there were 90 priests, people would know.
They knew, and they let it happen.
Pope Francis Bayen was said so many things within the Roman Catholic Church. But I couldn't say a priority. Second thing is what Bayen is same name, you know. Kapopu dianka wa ba ike beji nice place amount in e kan ho o car de be travel nice tepida Pope Francis buy na ne car o yusu I think say na Fiat 500 L who's a kind of small car bi.
Pope Francis rode in this Fiat, which really became such an iconic part of his visit here. It says so much about who Pope Francis is.
And then last time I think Obama babe shia no kwa na Obama ni beast ni other cars. Na Pope car kitikiti bi edimu a abuzia na kwa ya de bi oho. All was to sell the image. He said, ehiafo ni mobrohunfo should be at the core of Roman Catholic or monche shayene. O ma sorry ni omujide ni whatever.
Santo Padre, dovete scegliere. No, grazie. Indossero quello che addosso.
Nka normally Pope bia betena so a brand ye na ntade ye na mpaboa was Prada. If you know Prada, you know say they don't play. Omo no maboa din akasa. But this Pope, nah. Pope bia ba ye wodan ya na make an ya giama ne say he na ba kwatena da bi Pope ba ono ne dan o rent. Emu ana na ote.
Le scarpe rosse fanno parte di una tradizione. La mia vanno bene, grazie.
The other say Pope Francis was a pope, abusia. Not to say Opia can relate to and how we're transforming the image of the Roman Catholic Church, you know. Abusia, it will never be forgotten.
He taught us that who we are is more important than what we can do. He couldn't do much. He could barely raise his hand yesterday, as you see. He could barely speak. He couldn't do much, but what he was is a child of God, created in God's image and likeness.
A true baby, and I'm out for being my try twisting the words, and then on your time, now what children say, yes, and now patch. I'm out for at least a CBS News cry, a kind of interview with him, and now all movie son of question said, almost say Roma ya sorry right now eba beshira gain sem so. He also there be that. That is not in your kind. In your kind is say obi ehia nshira. Regardless of sexuality. And that to me is good. Obi any gay and then nchira say nyankopon nshira onhia bi. You get me?
What he was so much more important than what he could do. All right? He did a lot, believe me.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that Pope Francis is the 288th Pope since the Roman Catholic Church started so Musi Pope. And when it comes to the talks of a new Pope, I would say so many names, so many people, because the Roman Catholic Church is actually, I think, the biggest church in the world. Because maybe more, and I think that they are also the most richest church, if I'm not mistaken. So to get the honor of being the Pope, and yes, small thing. And you know, your must serve within the Roman Catholic Church for so long. Our cardinals. 4 Africans are also part of Amanfo Yebetimia to Amuswaba to be the next Pope. Now during the time I to Abayi Pope Francis, their names came up. Amanfo says it's likely so many barbarian. But keep in mind, they said the cardinals no mu dos wankasa. So yeah, to Obia Swaba. And it's not like Ghana battle, for example, ubetimi akwa contest say okay, muntu mame na kwa campaign in yeka yes anity. And the 4 Africans abusu mu name akamu up no mu nie. Your Cardinal Peter Turkson abusu orono ye Ghana ni. Your Cardinal Robert Sarah ono no free Conakry. Your Cardinal Fridolin Besungo ono the Republic Democratic of Congo. And then your Cardinal Diodone Nzapalenga abusu ono so free the Central African Republic. So these are the 4 Africans. A man for a cancer, likely say one shall moso you bet me vote to. Now it's not necessarily say Pope no free Italy. Pope Francis no Argentina ni. So the possibility of an African being the Pope is there. As to say that is going to be the case, after the conclave in Yebehu. And also one interesting thing I almost forgot is Pope Francis, onya 88 years, yedinisi isu 2013, after say Pope Benedict, unknown free, or wakasa na evan so resign, and after they go through a new process. Pope Benedict or resign as Pope, he was the first Pope to ever do so, and 2023 on free. And now, Pope Francis is free. After so free, you see the bell, I think St. Peter's Basilica, if I'm not mistaken, a bomb 88 times to signify, say, nipa no ye Pope, or ye leader, and when you fear saying, we're free. Nti won fear udi ya na wadi no, any edi bejina so, abwa domanum to do okro. This is when you're 3,000 years here. Well, that the amount for room amonda, because I don't want to be boom chapa. Tell me where Italy dear. I'm thinking of say be a cool room now for the how the atmosphere will be like. Yeah. Hope I see a cool room now. Let me know in the comment section. And to finally wrap this video, I have some interesting tidbits about Pope Francis away from me. Pope Francis was the 2nd oldest reigning pope in the church's history. Before so Babaye Pope, one of Ejumodi Kanye in the earlier parts of his life, they said no Ejuma as a club bouncer. In 1992, any year in bishop, well, Roma and sorry, no Pope was also 266. At the age of 21, on your serious pneumonia and a right lung, and the same pneumonia, no, yes, when you double pneumonia, and not any lead to new war. Different Pope in some de kasi can abusia Rebecca Madiachi because he was an interesting man. Your first story we see, maybe we do an update to this story and maybe we will go to Rome to show you what happens. Thanks for watching. Abusia as African and not Ghanaian, say you enjoy your life. Sometimes and you be a dream home because most of the times near dream say it's unnecessary in a wedding and sometimes unappealing because the problem with life insurance and they say to get any benefits from it, just a nipa corona issue no. Just a free. But Abusia right now there is an actual life insurance. The benefits bra with TSC and wait to start here enjoy. Some of the benefits ni be near God forbid right now say ya dear be bought to wa. Abusia who yourself in now asking for GoFundMe donation Say nebe ya obenya yaresa da bi da. Depending on the policy you be choose no, it can actually take care of you. Bra we hear that mwa no. If say we adwuma na say bibi to wo adwuma na say wontimi continue nya adwuma na. Wakatua unya no adwuma no. This life insurance can actually replace your income. And this same life insurance na buze betimi cater for kids or college. Madam Millicent Mensah or a Ghanaian agent. Omo and among the many services omo provide no one life insurance, and some of the other services omo provide college funding, insurance protection, retirement strategies, long-term care, business strategies, and the life insurance I can wasemi. So if you are in need of any of these services, numbers no will screen this one. That is the number to call. And one of the good things in this account to be created with them no. I will say it grows tax free. And ya fe na skabi abam no aban sia ba beti ne de bi da. Nti if say betimi insure car, ye dan ye business ne ne keka ye ka ho. Abra ye no nyina asɛ ya ye betimi asia rebuild it. Na ye nkwa a eye ba kope as ye cherish ni more than anything no. We can't insure data. Then that no old type of thinking. We need to come into the new age, insure our lives and your families in Abusia. Even if they be between your God forbid that, at least there will be some measures there a bit taking care of them. And your mama Madam Millicent and your way different than any other insurance company in this or more they will talk to you and find out exactly what you need. So whatever services they are providing to you is tailored to just only you. And if they will advise you and show you better options. Right now, this is only available to amount for USA and Canada. They will help any of their services. Reach out to Madam Millicent in the team. No more how when sabetimi akabi and other services I providing. From directly and abetimi reach out to them our WhatsApp. And I do believe that whatever service you need, they can provide.